Okay, let's take a look at this homework. So we're going to be graphing some lines, and we're going to see if we can answer this question. What were the headlines after a mad scientist trained 2 eggs to attack a candy store with sharp sticks? That's crazy. Okay, what we're going to do is make sure that you can identify each of these equations by slope and intercept. Now check out all of these first ones. They're easy because they're in slope-intercept form. Now it's not till number 4 that you need to make sure that you solve for y. For number 5, you need to solve for y for both of them. And same thing here, solve for y. Every time you want to solve or graph an equation, you need to solve for y. Okay, so turn the video off and try to do it, and then check back in for your answers. Okay, so when you look at each of these, when I graph them, when I go to find where my graph intersected, I can see the XY ordered pair that they share. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Over 2, down 3. Over negative 1, 2, down negative 1, 2, 3, 4. Your next job is then to turn around on the back, and what you want to do is find each of these numbers and then write them down. So it says, solve each system equation of a graphing, cross off the box that contains your answer. When you finish, print the letters from the remaining boxes. So 3, 1 goes. 2, negative 3 goes. And negative 2, 4. Oops, I forgot my negative, didn't I? Yes. All right, let's keep going. So when you look at each of these are a little harder because remember we have to solve for x first. So that's okay. Let's go ahead and do this one first. Whenever we don't see a constant there, we know it's a 0 and we can start there. Rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1. So we'll go ahead and draw, get my straight edge, and draw about 1 there. Y is equal to, we're going to subtract x from each side. So it's negative x plus 3 up to 3. 1, 2, 3. And a slope of negative 1 means I come down 1. And I can double check that I've done positive and negative right by whether my line is decreasing left to right or increasing. So we have that answer of over 1 up 2. We can cross off over 1 up 2. Okay. Solving for y, we have subtracting x from each side. So y is equal to the opposite of x. If this is again plus 0, we start at our origin, and we're going to go ahead and count a slope of negative 1. Down we go. And next we have subtracting 3x from each side, subtracting 3x. We'll go ahead and write this one down here. So y is equal to negative 3x minus 4. So go ahead and down to negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I know if I want to count my slope, it's down 1, 2, 3 over 1. But I want to draw it towards where it's going to crisscross. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 and back 1. Up 1, 2, 3 and back 1. This is going to be my intersection. It's okay to count the line towards where the graph is going to work. So I have a solution now of over -2 and up 2. So we'll go ahead and look for over -2 and up 2. Cross off those words. Alright, let's do this last one on this side. We're going to go ahead and solve for y. This one's a little trickier to solve for y. It's a little bit more messed up. So I'm going to go ahead and put this -3 over with this x. So instead of using this, I'll come down and say that x minus 3 is equal to -3y. Don't forget about that negative. Divide by -3, divide by -3, divide by -3. This one's tricky, and it's easier for me to write my slope as -1/3 x. Remember, there's a 1 here. These two negative signs are going to cancel, giving me a +1, and there's my y. There's some tricky equation solving there. My b is +1, and my slope is -1/3. Down 1 over 1, 2, 3. Down 1 over 1, 2, 3. Here I have my line. When I go to graph my next line, let's see about solving this one over here. Subtract x from each side. Remember, I'm trying to get y by itself. So I have 3y. Again, I won't use this. 3y is equal to -x minus 6. Don't forget about all these negative signs. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. So my y is equal to, again, -1/3. Uh-oh. Guess what? I know already I'm in trouble. And then this is going to be +2. So if I go up, or -2, down 1, 2, and I have a slope of -1/3, -1, 2, 3. There's not going to be any crisscross at all because these two lines have the same exact slope. So because these two lines have the same slope, that means that there's going to be no solution. Let's see if that's a choice on the back of the page. Oh, there it is. No solution. All right, let's do the back of this page. When I look at these two equations, again, I have to solve for y. No big deal. Here's my y. I'm going to come down and solve here. Subtract x, so I get 2y is equal to the opposite of x, -4. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. Y is equal to, again, I'm going to pull out the fraction so I can see my slope. Remember, there's like a 1 there. And then this becomes -2. So -2 is my intercept, and a slope of -1/2. Drop 1, 2, drop 1, 2, drop 1, 2. I'll go ahead and connect these. Alright, let's look at our next equation. Over here I want to solve for y. So all I need to do here is divide by 4. So I'll go ahead and solve this one down here. My y is equal to 3/4 x plus 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to rise 3, 1, 2, 3, run 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to go negative also because I'm looking for where it's going to intersect. Fall, 1, 2, 3, run 1, 2, 3, 4. I might go back and recount this slope. 1, 1, 2, 1, yeah. So my orange line was a little bit off. So I want to make sure I know that this is where these two lines intersect. That's why graphing is tricky. You need to make sure. Sometimes it helps to keep counting your slope the whole way through to find the place where they intersect. Alright, so when I look at their intersection, the x value is 1, 2, 3, 4. So over -4 and up 0, which is going to be this answer right here. Alright, we're almost done. Hang in there. 2 more. So let's see, we have y is equal to 2. Hey everybody, that's a hoy. It's going to be a horizontal line. Because I see just a y, there's no slope, there's no x, which must mean that y is a constant output. That means I'm always coming down -2. So if it's a constant output, I'm coming down -2. Okay, let's go ahead and solve for y here. I'm going to subtract 2x from each side. This is positive, so I need to subtract, but don't forget this y is going to be -5y, -2x plus 20, divide by -5, divide by -5, divide by -5. So y is equal to, these two double negatives cancel out to a positive. And like I said, I like to bring my fraction out so I can see what my slope is here. -4. Down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 on my graph. And I'm going to rise 2 and run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there I have that slope and that intersection. So I can tell these two lines crisscross right here, meaning that I have a solution of over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 2. So when I look at over 5, down 2. Now the interesting thing is I might have been able to pick this one out because it's my only output with a -2. So I knew this was going to have to hit somewhere here because of it being a horizontal line. All right. One more. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and solve for y, which means this 4x has to go first. So 3y is equal to -4x minus 15. Divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. Y is equal to -4/3 x. Again, there's that slope. Minus 15 divided by 3 is 5. So I'll go ahead and come down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to count out a slope of -4/3. Notice I can't drop down here. So I'm going to go rise 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 in a negative direction. Rise 1, 2, 3, 4, run 1, 2, 3 in a negative direction. As long as one of my movements is negative, I can be sure to graph this line with no problem. Alrighty, let's take a look at our second equation. Hey, that's an easy one. We don't need to do anything for y is equal to x plus 2. Here's our intercept of 2, and we have a slope of +1. But notice I'm going to go this way until it hits my graph. I can see there it is. And there's my solution. My solution is over, starting from 0, -1, 2, 3, and down 1. -3, -1. All right, let's see what this silly joke is E G G S S P E A R A M I N T. Oh, I guess I could have stretched it out, but it's eggs, spear, a mint. Experiment. So that's bad. All right. Good job. Keep up the good work.